What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jcook back with another episode of The Cook Up, and today we got my boy
DAZ.
Okay, what's up, DAZ? If y'all don't know my boy, big D-Wave fan, very successful business owner, very successful person in life. So we finna cook it up and get to know a little bit more about him right now.
Oh, I got the hook up, they just wait on me to cook up.
How you been, bro?
Been alright, man. Everything been alright, bro. You alright?
Hell yeah, man. Trying to do my little thing on the camera and get everything going and get everything successful on the platforms and stuff. What are you listening to right now? Here's a little music.
I got my teenage best friend, one of my very close friends, Teddy P. A lot of people know him as Daryl. A lot of people call him Teddy, but just dropped this song probably about 2-3 weeks ago, and it's really cool. I've been rocking it, man.
Yeah. I like it too. I like the cover and everything. How y'all best friends? I know I've been knowing y'all for a long time. How y'all even meet in life?
Yeah, it's crazy because, of course, you know, I'm from Hazelhurst, and Teddy he actually from Jackson. You know, I didn't know Teddy when he was in Jackson, but it's crazy how stuff worked.
Cause that's like
Teddy, like real close, like 30 miles. You know what I'm saying? So me and Teddy both end up moving to the coast, and that's what we met at Gulfport High Days. Basketball really brought us close together, and we just been remaining friends out there, man.
Yeah, no, I know it's a circle or like a crew. I know y'all used to be. It used to be you, Daryl, Mason, and Larry.
Yeah.
Y'all four was unstoppable in high school. Y'all still cool outside of high school?
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely still close, and it's crazy that basketball, from real life basketball to a video game basketball, brought us closer and closer. Like, you know, from, like I say, basketball, and then stand up on 2K, crazy 2K11, man. That's how long we've been boys for a while.
That's when I met you on 2K. I ain't gonna lie, when it was in like 2010 or 11, we was just getting kicked off, and I met y'all. Y'all was like one of the best people that ever just helped me in life, just be like, some big brother type shit. Y'all let me just mess up in school, so I appreciate y'all that too doing that. And I wanted to ask you, like, when we was playing 2K, you know what I'm saying, we used to stay up long nights. Do you ever thought you was gonna like have, or like the things that you doing right now, was them some of the things you want to do when we was like?
No, honestly, man, I never. Of course, when you're in high school, man, and your favorite sport, basketball, like your ultimate goal is to go to college, be a college basketball player, and you know, eventually go to the NBA. But you know what I'm saying? Fun fact that only 1% of people go to the NBA. You know, that's college. You know, I just wasn't looking, but I never thought I'd be first. You know, my first profession was working offshore for 6 years and being a truck driver. I never had that in my plans, man. It's crazy that when I was growing up, I wanted to be a truck driver, man. I mean, not wanted to be a truck driver, but I seen them making, you know, decent money.
You wanted truck driving bread?
Yeah, I wanted truck driving bread, but I never wanted to be a truck driver. You get
what
I'm
saying?
But I never, to answer your question, man, I never thought I'd be working offshore or being in the oil field. I actually wanted to be a firefighter growing up, man. It's crazy.
Okay. So let me ask you this before we go too far. What was the first things, like, you graduated 2012, right?
2012, yes.
All right.
Yes,
what was the first things, or what was you, when you first got it? Because, you know, when we got out of high school, everybody be on that still getting to the world and still kind of trying to learn that maturity type shit. So what was the first thing that you did when you got out of high school? Like, you went to college, you went to work?
No, actually, it's crazy because, you know, I can even take it back. When I was in high school, I was working at Wendy's, you know what I'm saying? On Pass Road. But when I got out of high school, you know, I graduated in May, of course. And I actually, when I got out of high school, I got my tweet card. You know what I'm saying? When I got my tweet card, that's okay for people that don't know. The tweet card is what you need to officially start working in the oil field. So I got my tweet card and like graduated in May, got my tweet card in like September, and I started working offshore in January 2013, like probably 5 months out of school, man. So I was straight from high school straight to work, man.
How hard is it to get a twit card? Because I hear a lot of stuff about twit cards and stuff. Like, what's the process?
The process is kind of long. Of course, you know, you can't be a convicted felon. The process is not as hard when you have a clean background, but, you know, you'll run into a couple stumps if you got a, you know, background. But the easiest part is actually getting a twit card. One of the hardest parts is actually getting on offshore. Like, there's so many guys and women who got tweet cards, but they can't get on, man.
You gotta get that call.
You gotta get it. You gotta get it. Or, you know what I'm saying, you gotta just know somebody.
Oh yeah, that's the know someone to get in.
That's the key to the door, man.
You gotta know somebody to know somebody.
You gotta know somebody.
So how was that? Just going straight out of high school into the oil field. How was that? Like how was?
That was actually a big transition because now I had to grow up fast, man. You know,
where are you stationed at?
I was stationed actually it's called a little city called, it's not probably a village called Port Fourchon, Louisiana. That's why I park it and go out there. But to answer your question, I had to grow up fast because when I left high school, I went straight to the oil field. So you got to realize you're not a high school no more. You out here working with guys that's grown men, and it was about 100 of us on the rig. I was the youngest person on the rig. I was 18. These guys 25, 30, 35. Been out here for a long time, so you really can't go out there on no childish stuff like, bro, you have to be grown. So I had to grow up fast, and my biggest transition, what I had to get to is not being with my family. Like when I went out there, I was gone for months at a time. You know what I'm saying? That's
the longest. What was the shortest time? Like when you go off, what was the shortest time that you have to do? I know you got to do.
The shortest time I probably worked when I was out there is probably 2 weeks, and then I come back home for 2 weeks. But the longest I ever stayed offshore was probably like me and my boy D. Shout out to my boy D Harry, man. We made an oil field together, and we really made some moves, and we still like that's my bro. But that's on another topic. But me and D, the longest I ever stayed out there was like 127 days, man. Out there on the water, I didn't see land for like 127 days, and this was on some. Okay, man, I finna stack my bread type stuff. Let's see how long I can stay out here. And I stayed out there 127 days, man.
So mentality-wise, how was you?
It's mentality-wise.
It's like a prison kind of.
Yes, it is, most definitely. But when you when you got your mind so tunnel vision, bro, like you have a goal. Like I had a set amount that I wanted to come home with in my bank account, and I wasn't coming home until I had that. You know what I'm saying? But mentality-wise, you gotta just stay strong, man, and think about the obstacle ahead. Like, I just gotta get this money, bro, and whatever come after it'll come. But it was definitely tough mentally wise.
Were you still able to like talk to your family a little bit on the phone? Or
yeah, because I was blessed to be on a rig that was kind of high tech. I would say had Wi-Fi, so I couldn't physically see
them.
Just
being away.
Yeah, that's kind of the hard part. Yeah, but I could definitely talk to him and talk to him every day. Matter of fact, man.
What's some of your motivations in life or role models? Like they can be anybody, from celebrities to family members.
Family members I have more. It's crazy because I have more, close friends or family members that I consider, like my role models, and it's crazy that I really haven't even personally told them. But I got one of my close childhood friends named Kenjamin. He's an older brother. And his wife, his name is Rozelle. His wife is named Felicia. They're very strong, powerful black couple. I'm talking about business owner, house owner, you know what I'm saying? And I really look up to them. It's crazy because I never told them, but I always been the type to just sit back and observe people. You know what I'm saying? So most definitely, Rozelle stood, him and his wife Felicia. And on some rapper type stuff, man.
I mean, he ain't gotta be no rapper. It could be actor, celebrity, sports member.
Yeah, most definitely. Of course, Dwayne Wade. You know
what
I'm saying? That's my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Bird.
I mean, most definitely.
You know what's going on.
But Dwayne Wade, man, he real successful. LeBron not my favorite player, but I look at him and I kind of follow him like, he owned the school, his family.
Off the court, he a good businessman.
And another man I look up to is kind of T.I., man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He been doing a lot of stuff. Great businessman, and but them just some couple people that I look up to, man, as role models. And it's crazy that now one of them ever did nothing that I'm doing now, but I just like the way they carry themselves, how they're a family person before anything, and most definitely, they keep God around them a lot, man.
Yeah. So let's get into some of this CDLs.
CDL.
My boy, big truck driver. Like you say, you never expected to be driving trucks. So what made you transition? What made you after the oil field say, okay, that was something that while you was in the oil field, say you gonna do truck driving when you get done, or you like, I'm just gonna find something that make as much as this without being away from my family?
It's crazy because both of them. I actually want to be home with my family more, and I actually thought about changing careers because I was actually in the oil field one day, and I always told myself, that when I'm 25, I kind of want to work for myself and not nobody else. So that's the mentality I kind of stuck with for a while. But to answer that question, this CDL life, I was like, you know, what kind of job that I can actually get where I don't have a boss? People ain't all in my face like, DAZ, I need you to do this, I need you to do this. So, you know, and shout out to my stepdad too, man, who raised me a lot. Ernest, man, my stepdad been driving trucks over 25 years. So, you know, he always used to talk to me about it, but he never, like, pushed me to it, like, son, be a truck driver, put it drugs. So I was like, you know, I'm sure my daddy, you know, you making good bread, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never missed a meal. My brother ain't never missed a meal, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta be some type of
positive. So he gotta do it something, right? So
bad.
You know what? I said, you know what, when I come out this rig, man, for my 3 weeks at home, I'm gonna go to CDL school. So, you know, I enrolled at CDL school actually called Truck Driver Institute up in Social. So if any of y'all, you know, interested in getting your CDL, TDI in Social, Mississippi is a great school. But I went to there, you know, for 3 weeks, got my CDL, and
how you find them? Did somebody recommend that to you?
Actually, it's crazy how Google works. It's you know, I just got on Google, truck driving school near Gulfport, Mississippi. That's simple. You know, I called them, went up there, set up a meeting, you know, and got registered in school and enrolled, man. And that's when my truck driving, you know, took off from being, you know, company driver to.
Mason and Teddy P and a couple of more other people from high school truck driving too.
Yeah.
Did you start that off?
I mean, I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't say, you know, I started,
Did
but
you motivate them?
I definitely motivated all my brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I hate to name them all, but, you know, just a few. Of
There's
course,
a lot
my
of
boy
people
GV Lee.
Yeah.
You know, Teddy, Jimmy, my bro D, you know what I'm saying? A couple more others, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, even my boy
just
Marlon.
Motivated,
you know
motivated to do something they never
like,
think that they'll be doing.
And it's crazy how many people that inbox me daily, hey man, you know, I want to get into this truck driving. And I tell them, man, you know, the sky's the limit with it. You know, you can start here, you can, you know, become a business owner on your own trucks, you know. But
so what's the main challenge mentally being a truck driver, and what's the main challenge physically being a truck driver?
Mentally, once again, a lot of people, it's crazy because it's the same challenge as offshore. It's being away from your family. Same thing, you know, when you're offshore, you're away from your family. And when you're a truck driver, you're the same, you know, you're away from your. So I think that's a big mentally step for a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't for me.
Separate.
Yeah, it wasn't for me because I had already got used to it in the oil field. So when I became a trucker, I was already used to being away from my family, but I wasn't as much. So physically wise, it just really driving, honestly. I mean, you got a difference between, you know, box trucks and flatbed. I do flatbed, so I do a lot of more physical, you know, throwing chains, throwing scraps, tarping loads, you know what I'm saying? But physically, you know, can you handle driving 600-700 miles a day? Some people can't. You know what I'm saying?
With like 5,000-6,000 loads on the back of it, so you gotta.
So that's really physically. That's, you know, can you know, maintain the driving part?
Yeah. So let me ask you this: when you first got into the truck driving school, kind of like when you first got into it, would you blow it out with a breeze? Were you like, oh yeah, this is something I want to do, or was you just having your challenges, kind of like debating if you want to do that or not?
It's crazy because when I got into it, and I was in truck driving school before I even became a company driver, and before I even, you know, became an owner operator. When I was in truck driving school and just being behind the truck driving, like, you know, my first week I'm like, bro, I kind of really like this truck driving stuff, and I never pictured myself being a truck driver because, you know me, man, truck drivers really ain't making no bread. All they do is, you know, drive. And then, but, you know, when you get out there, like, bro, I really could do this, going city to city, state to state. You see in states you never seen, man, eating food you never ate before. You know what I'm saying? So I really got into it.
Paid?
Yeah, why I getting paid to do it?
Yeah,
getting paid decent money, man.
Can't be that bad.
Can't be that bad.
Yeah, I can feel you on that. What I want to get into a little bit about. I know you got your own C3 CarClub and everything. We're gonna talk about that a little later on. But I wanted to ask you, like, truck driving and what you said, operator. It's two different things. Cause I know, like, you gotta.
I don't know if this trying to answer your question, but I think I'm gonna help you out. You got company drivers and you got owner operators.
Yeah. You know what's the difference though? Like, what's the between?
But between, where it's kind of real simple. When you're a company driver, you know, you basically driving for a company, you know, you kind of up under their rules, up under their regulations. Well, you know what I'm saying, still making good money doing it, you know what I'm saying, and on the operators, really, like, as the words say, like, this your truck, this your rear, you kind of do what you want to do, but all your expenses is on you. Truck breakdown, that's on you. When you're a company driver, if your truck breakdown, the company pay for it. So the difference is, the responsibility is the main difference. Like, when you're a company driver, you know, if you have a blowout, you call your company, they keep you out, hey, okay, we coming to fix it. I have a blowout, I got to call, you know, Wrecker. And tires, I don't know, you know, tires $800-900 a piece for one tire, you know what I'm saying? But the bread is different too, you know, so you got to take what comes with it. So how do you get business, being your own person? Like, do you get contracts with other states or something? I actually, when I paid my truck off, I took it to a company that's full of owner-operators. Like, they haul nothing but owner-operator. Everybody that I work with, they got their own truck. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I keep in contact with a bunch of brokers, and that's how I get loads. Call agents, call brokers, and, you know, we negotiate on the price. If the price sound good, I'm going to get the load. If it don't, I own to the next load.
So what was the biggest load you ever went and picked up? Not money-wise, but like...
Distance-wise?
Yeah, distance-wise.
Okay, it's crazy because it'll probably be the very first load I ever got as a truck driver. Straight out of school, man. It's crazy. Straight out of school, I went to a company called Snyder up in West Memphis. And I got my truck from up there, and I actually came back home. Like I said, this is my first time in a truck by myself. They gave me a load. I'll never forget this load, man. They gave me a load from Hattiesburg going to Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, bro. It was like 900 miles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you ain't never drove that far.
Never, by myself, and I'm like, bro, ain't no way they doing this to me. My very first time in a truck by myself. So actually, that's probably my longest load distance-wise that I had to drive, probably from, you know, from Gulfport to Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, man.
Yeah, you know? The anxiety kicking in, like, why is this even, why I gotta do all this?
And the crazy part about it, that wasn't even the heaviest load. Like, I got, you know, good memories on the heaviest load I ever carried, but it was definitely by far the longest load I had to carry. So,
when you say heaviest load, do that like, can you tell when it's a light load or heavy load?
Oh,
like
most definitely. You get, any truck driver tell you, you can feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, some loads you can take off in, you know, second, third, fourth gear. Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna lie now, if we should go to my truck now, I got a load now, man, it's so heavy that you can't really miss a gear. Cause it's like, heaviest load I done took was probably about 48 and like 700, like 48,700 pounds, bro. That's probably the heaviest load I ever took. I don't really like them because when you go to up mountains, bro, it's rough.
You can feel it too. You can definitely feel it when it's
But yeah, it's probably the heaviest I took, around about 48.7, man.
Let the people know a little bit about the money wise. You know, a lot of people want to get into the money or whatever. How is the money when you're starting off, when you kind of into it, when you get comfortable? Okay, it's definitely 3 stages. Get into it and comfortable. But like I say, every company kind of starts you out different. I'm gonna just be real. When you first start off, you just like a baby. You gotta crawl before you start walking. When you start walking, you at a point now you can run. But on the bread situation, money situation, starting out as a company driver, you can definitely make a decent living. You know what I'm saying? You can make up to where, I know a bunch of company drivers, a bunch of my friends, they starting off, you know, making about 50,000 as a company driver. You know what I'm saying? Then when you start getting comfortable, what I mean by getting comfortable, you get years under your belt and you get raises. You know what I'm saying? Now some up to about 70, 75,000. Then now we at this, you walking, you know walking. Now, you know, if you want to beef it on up some more, become an owner operator, now you guarantee 6 figures. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, I got a bunch of owner operator friends, and since we talking about the bread part, that every one of them I know made over $150,000 last year. You know what I'm saying? With the owner operator. But like I say, even if you're a company driver, you can make 50,000, 60,000 easy. You know what I'm saying? Just being involved.
Just being involved in a truck. Yeah. Once you get 3-4 years on that belt, you know, they'll give you a couple raises. You at 70, 75, 80K. But like I say, once you're an owner operator, man, now the sky's the limit. You running. And I know guys that, you know, made 250, 300 last year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's so like really the specialty of what they deliver. Because I know I got my sister's husband, he drive oil. Like, well, now he drive Creole liquid nitrogen. and he making bang. He going like one little small incident, that's his life. Number one, but
it's more definitely risk.
Yeah, he taking things from like Texas to Mexico and just doing a whole bunch of like so it's like I know like the how you ever did anything like take oil or gas or transport anything like that?
I haven't. I haven't. I done took a hazardous load. Basically, like I had some like explosive stuff on my truck one time when I was driving with a box company I was with. But as for like a bunch of liquids, I ain't never hauled liquids. I got buddies who haul it, and it's dangerous, man. It's very dangerous.
Yeah, that's the part of the truck driving too, the risks that you have to take every day in that truck. It's just like a train. You can't once you're in it, you can't really just stop it like
don't stop on a dime. That's what a lot of car drivers don't understand. Like man, when we going 75, 80 miles an hour, bro, we cannot stop on a dime like this. So.
How long do you think it take for one of y'all to like say you're going? What would be the time that it take to actually just stop?
Probably if you're going about. And don't quote me on this because it's actually in the CDL book, but to be the guest of my knowledge, if I'm going about 75, bro, it's probably gonna take me a smooth 10, 12 to 15 seconds to come to a complete stop. Yeah. If you're in a car, bro, I can stop a car at 80 miles an hour, probably 2 to 3 seconds. Yeah. The car is completely stopped, bro. If you driving with a load, it gonna stop. It gonna take me probably like I say 10 or 12 seconds to even stop. Bro. Yeah. That's why a lot of stuff they tell us don't. If you can't stop, we know you can't stop. Just try to come to a slower speed. But it gonna take me about 10 or 12 seconds, and that's what a lot of car owners don't realize, man.
Yeah, just trying to get to where they going. Y'all trying to get to where y'all going too, but it be. Have you had any bad experiences on the road or had any bad problems on the truck
when you say that, like have you have like accident wise a truck stop situation, people, because it's crazy, but I'm gonna get into that right now to just kind of sum it up. And I done actually, I'm gonna be honest, I ain't been a perfect driver. When I first started off, I'm making some turns that I know, Daz, you can't make this turn.
You still gonna try.
Still gonna try. Got stuck a couple of times of. But by the grace of God, man, I ain't never hit nobody or ran into nobody, what I'm saying? But I have, somebody actually ran into my truck, what I'm saying? Actually probably about 3-4 months ago, but other experience truck-wise, like, man, it's some, all I'm gonna say is it's some crazy people in the world and like what they'll try to do to truck drivers, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, and I'm gonna just speak on this and not too much, but a lot of people get into the truck industry not knowing how serious the prostitution rate is. You know what I'm saying? You go to different cities and like prostitution is bad, man. I can name 3-4 cities right now, Dallas, Memphis, you know what I'm saying? Even in Chicago, like bro, it's literally people that knock on your doors trying to get in, sleep with you. Some of them got intentions on robbing you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a different experience that they don't tell y'all that. You know what I'm saying? When you becoming a trucker, but I'm just being real.
Having a strong mentality.
Like I say, you gotta be safe and you gotta be smart. Some of them like. It's crazy. I've been on the phone with my girl before. Prostitute knocking on my door. You need company, bro. Like it's crazy, bro.
The back end. Every job got the back end.
Back end, bro. Like they tell you the front end. Okay, you make good
money,
but they don't tell you on the back end. You trying to sleep and people knocking on your door.
Somebody trying to rob you while you're unloading your truck. You know what I'm saying? Because they know you might have 20, 40, something on you.
So that's definitely different experience in it, man.
So let's get to this car club, man. What made you start off? First of all, C3 Car Club. What's all like? Is it Hellcats, Camaros, Chargers? Like what? Go ahead.
Just a little background on C3, man. C3 is actually a nationwide car club. It's not something that was made on the Gulf Coast. Like we got chapters. If you name a state, I can probably name a city that it's a C3 and it's a worldwide car club. And started by my good friend of mine named Lionel Lee. I didn't know Lee until he made this car club, but it's a nationwide car club. But to answer your question, the car club mostly consists of Chargers, Challengers, and Camaro. Don't matter, you got V6, V8, V14 if they made them. But on the car club lifestyle, I actually got into a lifestyle like that because I'm big on giving away to the community, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm blessed to have what I have, so I think, you know what I'm saying, others should, be able to see how I feel to have it. So That's the number one reason I got into it.
I know y'all do like a giveaway, like every once a month or every once.
Yeah.
Months.
It's just kind of like a quarterly thing. Like every year I've been in C3 myself like 5.5 years. I've been the vice president of C3 Gulf Coast for about 3.5 years. So
like what does the C3 stand for? To not just cut you off, but how does that correlate to C3?
It's crazy because it's like cars, community, and camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think C3 stands for Charger Challenge Camaros.
Yeah.
It do, but then it don't. But it really stands for cars, community, and camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you know, you put your cars together, come together to help the community, and we remain a family. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they made the C3, and it's crazy, but both of them tie together because when you say C3, you know what I'm saying? We only got Charger Challenge Camaros unless you're C3 affiliate, and they don't matter like Mustangs, anything.
Something
but
like that.
to be an official member, it's definitely them three.
What type of events y'all done did outside of the state? Have y'all done anything or linked up with any of the C3s?
Yeah, we done definitely. Last year we actually linked up. We went to our chapter in Dallas. We got a C3. That's what C3 was founded in Dallas, Texas. We went out there and they had an event, and we actually did like a help the community, feed the community, you know what I'm saying, drop them off toys and stuff. But down here on the coast, ever since I've been in C3, like I say, 5.5 years, man, every year in August, we're going to do a back to school drive for the kids.
Yeah.
On Thanksgiving, on Thursdays, we're going to give away to the homeless, you know, feed the homeless. On Christmas, we wake up every Christmas morning, man. You know, it's crazy, and that's why I love it so much. We wake up every Christmas morning. We leave our families and go help other families who are unfortunate. Every Christmas morning, we wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We meet up. We go give toys out to kids, you know what I'm saying, that we raffle out their name. We pull up on them on Christmas morning. You know, we kind of, and that's what I love about my members. And shout out to all my members around the world that's in C3, man. I very appreciate it. But like I said, we wake up on Christmas morning, take time from our parents and family on Christmas to go help somebody else, man.
And that's a major blessing too, and I appreciate you just for doing that, just by hearing it. I was gonna ask you, y'all ever thought about doing like a parade for like the kids, or just doing some type of little car show kind of?
We it's crazy because we kind of got that in. We ain't never had no parade type, but we are in the making. Like last year before all this COVID stuff, like we wanted to do them like the last day of school, like pull up to their school, you know what I'm saying, and like just pop out hoods, pop out trunks, and let them just
we did that when we were young. People would come and pull up with helicopters and stuff. Field day.
That's what it was. You know, the last day of school, that's when they do it. You know, let the kids just come out and see our cars. Cause I ain't gonna lie, it excited me when I was young to like, man, this car cool. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely got that in the plan.
Letting it roar, hitting it just zoom. So just some motivation when you. That's why we got what we got. Cause we trying to give it what we had when we was little and watching and stuff. But let me ask you this: is there anything that I haven't touched or talked about that you want to mention or you want to add, from the oil rig to the truck driving to the cars? It's crazy because we really done covered a lot. You know what I'm saying? From me and you. Then we took it to the Gulfport High days. Then we took it to after high school. So let me ask you this: where does it go from here then? Right now, man. Where should we see Big DAZ in 5 to 10 years? It's crazy because I often think about that a lot, but I'm gonna be honest with you, Jcook. Next 5 to 10 years, I want to have probably about 3 trucks, man, and probably I know the next 10 years I'm really trying to be out of it, man, and just really sit back and enjoy time with my, with my girl and my family, man. And I want to own the next 3 years. I ain't gonna say I want to. I'm gonna have at least 3 trucks, and I'm gonna probably be out the trucking game in the next 10 years. And having people work on you. I'm probably put 3-4 drivers in them, let them run the trucks, and I just dispatch them. Cause I don't want to be that truck driver, man. I've been driving trucks 40 years. Like, bro, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I love truck driving. But bro, I love my family. Doing this for your family. Yeah, only thing is for your family. If you want the oil rig doing it, you do it for that type of just whatever for the fam. That's why I see myself, man. I own about 3 or 4 trucks. Like I say, I shout out to God. I was able to pay my own truck out on my first truck last year, and I got some stuff in the works now where
I'm finna try to cook up some more stuff.
Now let me ask you about the process of buying your own truck. How hard or how challenging is buying your own truck? I mean, that's my brother. Y'all cameraman function. But before we was going, I was asking what's the process or what's the challenge of getting your own truck?
The process of you actually can do it two different ways. You can, do a lease purchase where you give it a company, you buying their truck from them, and you pay it off for, however many years y'all agree to pay it off. Or you can go just like a car, go straight to the dealership, sign up, do the paperwork. The choice I made was I went through a lease purchase program with the company I was working for, Joy and Carriers. They had a lease purchase program where I actually picked out a truck that I wanted, and I just paid it off through the weeks, man, and after 2 years it was paid for. So that's the route I took, Yeah. And it's the easier, more route, so you ain't got to sit down at a dealership, sign a bunch of papers, and, it was way easier doing that than actually going to.
Was it the truck you was already using?
No, it wasn't. I was actually driving, when I was working with Jordan, I was driving a Volvo. Yeah. And when I wanted to own my own truck, they had some Peterbilts that they had, so I actually got into a Peterbilt and worked and paid it off.
Okay. Well, man, I appreciate you for letting me come and cook it up and get to know a little bit about the CDLs and the oil rig and stuff, and just being successful, bro. And I appreciate everything you've been doing for the community and stuff. Okay. What's some events or what's going for the CarClub? What's some future events? You got anything planned going?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like I say, we do about 4 or 5 events a year. Our next event is actually gonna be Halloween. I think what's this, like the 28th, 29th weekend. Whichever that Saturday is, we having a trunk or treat. We always link up with a good friend of ours named Jazz. So I'm gonna definitely got a flyer coming for the kids. C3 CarClub is actually gonna be our 4th year doing a trunk or treat. Basically, we decorate our trunks. Instead of kids going to the neighborhood knocking on unknown people's doors, just come out to our cars. We have all our cars lined up and just get candy and treats or whatever out our trunks, man.
Same thing.
That's what we got. That's our next event. Last weekend in October, we're gonna have a trunk or treat for the kids, and of course, for Thanksgiving, we're gonna go back and feed the homeless, man, with our local friends, Rough Riders Motorcycle Club, and for Christmas, we're gonna be back at it, giving away toys for the kids, man.
Oh yeah, man. Sound like some just straight positivity, but I'm always down with it. I always salute everybody doing some positive things. But man, I appreciate you for letting me come pick it up again. We gotta come get another episode in about not 2, 5, 10 years, but we gotta see what's going on in about 6 months, man.
That's
y'all might see me behind the truck. Y'all keep playing. But I appreciate y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, share. I appreciate my boy Daz for coming to cook up with me, y'all. And appreciate it again.